It's 5:24. I'm down here at Terry Shrunk Park for the first Wednesday of the month, which happened to fall on New Year's Day. And this is the vigil we do to close Guantanamo Bay, the prison in which they were holding 16 prisoners, many of them who had been scheduled for release since some for a number of years now. Let's see, one you can see here, 539 days. That was since January of 2010. Somebody from 2021, 21, 20, 21, 20, 22, 21, 22. And of the 16, there were 2 that were released recently due to the efforts of all those people that are doing the vigils and calling upon President Biden to release. We're calling on them to release all of the prisoners that were scheduled to be released many years ago. So if we can get that done, call your representatives, pressure Biden to make clemency to close that, release all those prisoners and put an end to this horrible history of picking up people and torturing them and keeping them in prison without charges. You can go to Andy Worthington, Google him, and you will find all the information. You can see www.closeguantanamo.org, and you'll get updates on what's happening with it. I am here with Veterans for Peace and many people around the world that on the first Wednesday of every month are holding a little vigil for about an hour and a half. So I got out here. It took me about a half hour to get set up. Usually there's nobody here today. I didn't expect anybody to be here, but I made a commitment, so I am out here. And as you can see, I just put this stuff up. It's raining. It's hard to keep everything up. I put up these lights. For me, this is also the last day of Hanukkah, 8 days. And that's time for those of us with Jewish Voice for Peace to speak out against injustice anywhere in the world. Well, our focus is on trying to stop the genocide and stop arming Israel. We are concerned about the oppression of people everywhere in the world. And Gaza and what Israel is doing and getting away with means that they can get away with this crap anywhere in the world. So please, please, stand up against genocide, stand up against torture, stand up against arresting people, what they call combatants, who may or may not have been involved in any of the wars, but oftentimes were just singled out because people had been offered awards, and so they just chose anybody besides pointing at themselves. And so they picked these people up, put them in CIA torture camps, then eventually sent them to, of course, Guantanamo Bay. We cannot forget Abu Ghraib and the crimes that we learned there when that was exposed. There are many things that we probably still haven't heard about what's happening in Guantanamo. So I think it's time for us to kind of put this to rest. And, if you're a veteran, you've seen some of the most horrible things that can happen in this world, whether it's, picking up prisoners, kicking in doors, bombs, improvised explosives, in which, people are who have run over those in vehicles are dealing with brain damage. War is a horrible crime, but can you imagine what it's like to be in Gaza and experience a genocide? Watch your children starving to death right now, freezing to death right now. These are the things that we need to stand up against. This is what creates terrorism. This is the kind of terrorism you know, we are complicit. I shouldn't say we, our government is complicit in genocide by arming Israel. And, you know, they're fanning the flames. If they stop arming Israel, that can put an end to it. So let's continue to pressure for that throughout 2025. We just saw what happened in New Orleans this morning when I got up and saw that somebody in a white pickup truck ran through a crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, running over and killing 10 people. Some 30 odd more were injured. There was a shootout when the pickup truck crashed. The driver got out, had a gunfight with the police, wounded 2 policemen, and was finally killed. There's so much speculation. I can't say much more. You can watch the news and find out what's happening. There's some speculation that this was a terrorist attack that the FBI is now investigating, and that they said they had seen film videos where 4 people had planted some explosive devices. So we have what's true and what's not, I don't know. So, you know, we're going to learn a lot more as it goes on. This is 2020, so we need to find out what we're going to be doing in the next year. Come together. If you're a veteran, join Veterans for Peace. Join any human rights organization. We're going to be dealing with the so-called 2025 project, which is going to be attacking immigrants in this country. These are things that we need to be prepared for, and find out ways we can come together as community and protect each other. We need mutual aid to take care of people that we care about in this world. Get to know your neighbors. Come out and join Veterans for Peace. Join ICHIRP, that's the International Coalition for Human Rights in the Philippines. There are strikers from Amazon right now, and there happens to be a nurses' strike that's going to be taking place, or is already taking place. There is also, boycott right now. Starbucks baristas are on strike right now. So, pay attention to what's going on the best you can. We can't, it's hard to keep up with it. Seems like we have a major battle on our hands, but we need to struggle for peace, wage peace wherever you can. Take care of each other. Thank you. Have a good day. And try to have a happy new year.